In the last video, we added relationship intelligence to elements by grouping them together properly. In this video, let's make the groups respond to changing canvas sizes by adding what we shall call spacing intelligence. So let's look at the header. If I change to a smaller canvas, you can see that the header goes out of bounds. Why is this happening? Let's go and turn on the margins. You'll see all these reds. These reds indicate fixed margins. When we designed this in Sketch, we put absolute margins between the two elements. However, in responsive web, this value should change depending on the canvas size. We can see that in Sketch, we gave a margin of about 512 pixels. And it is the same here in Codegen. But this needs to change depending on the size of the canvas. To do this, first we remove the fixed margins by clicking Remove Fixed Margin from Children. Note that we do this on the container element, which here is the header element. Now the margin between the two children of the header is gone. The two children being the logo and the group containing the 4 nav links. But we want them to look like how we designed it in Sketch. For this, we apply justify content space between. This is a CSS property that distributes space evenly between elements across the width of their group container. In this case, since we have only 2 children, it puts them at the 2 ends of the header container. You might have noticed that the links are now sticking to the right end of the canvas. But in our original design, the header was centered. So let's do the same here. Note that when we apply center horizontally, Codegen also gives the element a width. This value comes from our Sketch design. However, this is a fixed width, which is again a problem because even when we switch to smaller screens, the element retains the same fixed width. So we should instead switch it to percentage width. Here, it means that the header will always occupy 87% of its parent's width. In our case, the parent is the entire canvas. And so, whenever the canvas's width changes, the header's width also gets updated. That's all. Now our header is centered, and it responds well to different screen sizes. To recap what we did, for the header to be perfectly responsive, we first removed the fixed margins. Then elements stuck close by, so we put them at 2 ends of the canvas using justify space between. However, this made the header stick to the right end of the canvas, so we centered the header horizontally. Lastly, we made the header's width relative to the canvas by making it a percentage width. So in this video, we've given spacing intelligence to the header. The only thing remaining is to give spacing intelligence to the hero section. First, we'll make it respond to changing canvas sizes by removing fixed margins. This will make them stick together, so we'll apply justify content space between. This makes it spread out properly, but it aligns to the extreme right end. So we'll center the hero container horizontally, but the hero container will still be fixed width. So we make it percentage, so it responds to the changing canvas size. Now all the elements in our page are truly fluid. It expands and contracts as the size of the canvas changes. Proper grouping in Sketch and a few clicks in Codegen is all it took to convert a static vector design into a fully responsive web page. This is the magic of Codegen. In the next video, we'll see how to export generated HTML and CSS. You can save weeks of effort for your developers by giving them high quality code that they can integrate into their codebase.